something about how the Grateful Dead jives with Nepal. I don't know exactly what it is, but like some music jives better than others in different environments, in my experience. So this isn't going to be an essay on music. I just wanted to get that out, because when I'm listening to music, when I'm not doing something like writing or reading where music is going to distract me, I like to put on the Grateful Dead. I mean, I listen to a whole variety, everything from Mendelssohn to Morrison, both Van and Jim. But the Grateful Dead, it just somehow hits it here. I don't know, maybe because I grew up as a kid in the 60s, and the kind of that Hindu Eastern vibe permeated the hippie culture, which I was exposed to as a child, so it made a big impression, a huge and lasting impression, and a positive one, aesthetically, culturally, musically, artistically, etc. As far as the propaganda is concerned, maybe at the time I bought that, but now that I'm an old codger, not so much. Anyway, the point of this video is to announce that I have just hit the publish button. I hit the publish button, I designed my cover. I'm going to deal with it a little bit more when I get back to the States, but it's fine. It's fine for now, and the text is all exactly how I want it to be, exactly how I need it to be. It's a story of my life from about the age of 19 to about 23. It's a very, very interesting and dramatic time filled with existential turmoil and adventures and perils. Fist fights, bar fights, jails, long-distance hitchhiking trips, the 24-hour game, which I won't get into on the video. You can read the book. And I'm very pleased with myself. I wrote the first draft in its entirety when I was here for 5 months in 2020. Then when I got back in August 2020, back to New York, I put it down and I went back to re-editing book 1, Capital Volume 1, which starts at about almost 15 and takes us up to about 19, where the second one begins. And when I got here in March 14th or 15th, whatever the date was, I went right back to work on the second book, and re-editing and editing and formatting and editing again and formatting and formatting and formatting and editing, and it's a task. It's a task. It's not something you can just zip off like a video game where you can kind of half pay attention and half watch a movie at the same time. You have to be like dead on it, every paragraph, every comma, every, and this time it was a lot easier because I had some software and it wasn't my first time doing it, so I was able to use some of the templates that were already brain busted through on the first book, and I just cut and pasted into that, and with a little bit of modification and adjustment here and there, it basically fit, which saved me, I don't want to tell you how much anxiety is involved in just getting the pagination right, okay? Just getting page 1 to start on page 1. Section breaks, page breaks, fields. It's a nightmare if you're trying to work it out yourself. It's a lot easier if somebody that knows how to do it shows you, but I ain't got that, so I had to do it like everything else in my life pretty much on my own. But there's a lot of satisfaction in that because it's the best way to learn, whatever that's worth. Anyway, so yes, I just published my second book, or I submitted it for publication up to Amazon. They're going to go over it. They say it could take up to 72 hours before they give me the green light. I'm pretty confident that light will be green. And then it's for sale, and I will have published 2 books. 2 books in my so-called life. And with that, I'll say thank you for listening and watching and paying attention, and stay tuned for book 3. Bam, 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 bam.